So I'm creating a series of videos, and this is probably the fourth video, and I'm talking about why commercial property is more lucrative in 2025 than residential property. So this is the reason: tenant friendly lease versus landlord friendly lease. Residential property is all about tenant friendly lease, and commercial property is all about landlord friendly lease. What do you mean by tenant friendly lease? Residential property, where you will see that it's all the things, the government is backing these tenants in a way that they are their vote banks. So government will always try to make sure that their vote banks is intact, which means they are going to give more and more favor to the tenants than the landlords. There is no such things in commercial property like a vote bank, because all are business people. The landlord is also a business person because he's investing, and the tenant is also a business person because they're doing the business in their premise. So there is no such rule as kind of the tenant friendly lease, the lease that landlord dictates for commercial property. And commercial property, let's say I own a commercial property and I say that, okay, these are my terms, these are my rules, you have to abide, then only I will lend that property to you. Otherwise, I'm not going to do that. I'll find someone else. But that you cannot do in a residential sector, because you still have to go what you call the Residential Tenancy Act. We still have to go by the government dictated rules that you have to go through, which you do not have to, not as much as in commercial property. And that's one of the reasons that commercial property is so lucrative, where like you truly feel like you are the landlord. You truly feel like you are making money in this commercial property, whereas in residential property you feel like you are doing something like you are like the tenant is actually the owner, sometimes the way tenant behaves. So this is one of the reasons which we look for commercial property, is that it is more of a landlord friendly lease. Commercial property is landlord friendly lease. It's more in the favor of landlord than the tenant, whereas the residential property is more of a tenant friendly lease, which means the more favor in the tenant and less on the landlord side. And as I'm predicting, as the year goes by, more and more favor will go towards the tenants in residential property and less towards the landlord. And in commercial property, it probably will stay as it is, which is more of a landlord friendly and less on the tenant side. If you find these videos helpful, please do me a favor, like this video, subscribe my channel and turn the notification bell on so you get to see more videos about commercial property. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.